case bi baaya na efa na busua ho
when busua
Danquah busua
but your case be a court case but your title here then so Akyea
menkai title papa but case of friends saying Apejua
crew Apejua
reason nature say Apejua no Odikro na o ne fra Akyea Mensah na se nana se ofuriata the first na oye Danquah nia ejamba
you hear
ejamba
you hear
papa kro but
different mothers you hear
but ofa no ni nua ketewa ni papa ba ketewa ofa no nje na se ofuriata the first ne ode boache Danquah
okay
ni papa din nti obeye friends no obedi hini no na ofa ofuriata the first na the buy so they said sa papa no buye no na amanfo de ahun kuta tete amamre mu se ohene wu a ese edu obi kan ho no kosom no wasama do
I say you try the party no
na nkasa
ese edu obi koka ho akwasema no wu ye de ha ye be twati anyway he's a judge so he will be very careful with some words
nti ekoba se papa no ohene toye no ne frɛ ahemfo nyina se omombra na omoye amamre na abakọsọ mi kire se sa Akyea Mensah no oye papa ne ba unse akanfo no we ohene pon a utumi twa ba bi ma wo ba so di hene wo ho
that's right
nti okoye na amanfo eche sa ne ba no so no se fata se okosom ne papa awasama do no mukunu no na those sabre no na Ghana police omo yade e say obi so police nimi disguise ne ho say abetwani no ko tan akrom ho o twa be na nkofo no mo bu a na nkromo yi no yi na mafi nkomo no na okohu ba bia yesi funu nyina e na ofiri ono kofa police ba na mbetutu funu no mo che nkrofo nyina
okay
essence omo ye ni nua no mti no lawyer otwitwa je wo
lawyer JB
Danquah
otwitwa je wo a police for chi wo so eye sao hele
okun pa ma wo but kwa mkruma so amana amfan boko odi bono so bo se odi awudufu echi so awudi so ma me kai para se me akora na e chiro book na pamphlet bi nam obi publish pamphlet bi e chire se de kwan ya fa so kum ni nyina na moton ba mini be bi asa book no se
petrol title here dey
Akyea Mensah's better.
Akyea Mensah's better. Okay.
The booklet bi sa. I'm
in Toronto. Akyea Mensah's better.
No, Odikro for Apejua. Satan na Apejua is Rokito bi.
Oh.
Nti sa na man na kwame kuma e de ball no so ball ni na nti no. Ama Danquah be ye friends very unpopular. Yeah. 51 election kra no. Onua ni nua Kofi Asante Oforiata. That are not a people teacher. On the Gina Chebi or Bruno Passa.
People teacher no when he JB Danquah pasa. Okay, so medal of Nana Akyea Mensah Odikro of Achima Pejua at Achim Palace 28 February 1944.
Yeah.
Nana Akyea Mensah, the Odikro of Apedwa, was attacked and gruesomely murdered at the palace at Chebi on 28 February 1944. Dr. J.B. Danquah gave full support to the 8 murderers arrested and charged for murdering Akyea Mensah. The defendants included the first defendant, Asaria Pietu, Dadontehene of Achim. Second defendant, Kwesi Pepim, a drama of the Achim state. Third defendant, Kwame Keja, a drama of Achim state. Fourth defendant, Kwekua Mwakwata, a superintendent of the Achim Ebuakwa Native Authority Police Force. Most of them were described as sons of the stool. Akyea Mensah's body was dismembered and disposed of at the bottom of a stream to hide the evidence. Dr. J.B. Danquah, leading the defense team, went to great lengths to obstruct justice, both the Gold Coast and United Kingdom. There is ample evidence to the support given to the murderers by the Achim Ebuakwa establishment led by Dr. J.B. Danquah. The case is revealing for other reasons. Firstly, the wealth of the Achim royal family, whose kin stood in the dock, accused of gruesome murder, provided the defense with apparently unlimited funding for what was an extremely expensive struggle in the courts of both the Gold Coast and the United Kingdom. In this sense alone, this was unusual. Access to cash meant that a criminal trial and its sequels. The case was contended by 5 of the highest paid counsels in the Gold Coast and in Britain, was handled by most distinguished Privy Council solicitor, Briding, and before the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council by Silk, an expensive senior barrister, a King's Counsel. Dr. J.B. Danquah's defense team included Ni Ama Olenu, Sir Kodie Addo, and Edward Akufo-Addo, father of President Akufo-Addo. Dr. J.B. Danquah lost the murder case in spite of the best legal minds assembled, relationship with and deep knowledge of the law and the Achim Ebuakwa establishment. It came as a shock to Dr. J.B. Danquah and the Achim Ebuakwa establishment when a jury of 6 Gold Coast natives and 1 European unanimously returned a verdict of guilt at the trial in Accra in November 1944. The trial judge was Justice Mohammed Faoud. Dr. J.B. Danquah and his team engaged in a multiplicity of delay tactics and appeals deliberately designed to frustrate and undermine the rule of law, as well as the governor, by preventing him from carrying out the sentence as required by law. In the midst of the mounting confusion, the defense demanded further stay of execution while they pursued habeas corpus proceedings serially and before each and every Gold Coast judge. Habeas corpus near there.
Produce the body. Don't detain the people.
Produce the evidence.
Produce the body.
Produce the body.
Bodies of the accused persons. Free them.
Free them. Okay. On 16 February 1945, Sir Alan Barnes telegraphed the Colonial Office and remarked in Talia, there is every indication of conspiracy on the part of Danquah and his friends to pervert or at least delay the case of justice. Delay is bringing our judicial system into contempt. J.B. Danquah and his team, immediately after the trial, lodged an appeal with the West African Court of Appeal from 5th to 15th February 1945, but the appeal was dismissed. Dr. J.B. Danquah and his team moved to London and lodged the first Privy Council appeal against the verdict on the murderers on 5th November 1945. But the appeal was also dismissed in London. Dr. J.B. Danquah's appeal and counter appeals were as unprecedented and unexpectedly designed in the hope that the colonial government could be prevailed upon to quash the death sentence, but he failed once again. Dr. J.B. Danquah and his team took a final stand at the Supreme Court of the Gold Coast between 12 and 23rd September 1946, where they exhausted their rights of appeal. Dr. J.B. Danquah collaborated with his brother, Sir Nana Ofori-Atta I, and the colonial government to suppress the Aborigines Right Protection Society, ABRS, and the National Congress of the British West Africa, NCBAW. Dr. J.B. Danquah had no respect for settler communities such as the Kwewus, Gans, Krobos, Ewes, Nordness, Drabins, and Ekwapims, and he was reprimanded by Sir Banks. You, and it no be me right among. I beg you, this one, it no be me right among. J.B. Danquah called for Osadifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's neck and also rejoiced over his imprisonment in connection with the Non-Violent Positive Action Campaign in 1950, which facilitated the struggle for Ghana's independence on the 6th of March 1957. Blah, 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 blah. And source we know, me pa chow, me the source nature, baby, I me cover idea we free, you know. Don't come and kill me. Say, quite smart. Abe kabibi, ewe fidie so. Me source, and I made it chira the Journal of African History, Law and Politics in 1940, volume 30, number 3, 1989. Author Robert Rathbone, published by Cambridge University Press, prepared by Public Affairs and Protocol Directorate. Don't cut my head. Because I didn't write this one. Yeah, I didn't write this one. But you win and I will come.
A number can answer.
I feel to us way.
Yeah. And she ever ma Danquah di ever say. Inti when to me and we need election be Tama as I no na enye nda hope face esa nkrofo no ewuo fo na yewo wo no yeku na say yeku wo na after 66 school data na yet say no more than war prison
after say court wo krum ha Britain Supreme Court na no etro wo case na we ya jeli wo no after the 1966 coup no ye ja wo mu ina ye ja medress no
ye ja wo ina e do mo ka political prisoners no ye ja wo mu ina o mo na o mo tiase by that time no ye ja wo mu ina no e rumo ma fa mani ehu ba won say to de bia na ma bi wo ha rumo no na bibi dim nti sana Danquah case ko by but make me can actually say from the minimum no starting or na ashase na eye pa but anwe pay amano na ashase na busuafo no wo sika ne management
na his lordship can be about how sa no kase no onim and how this whole thing got lost from public discourse no. Papa bia your friend no H.A. Nuyama. Your friend no H.A. Nuyama. Okochro bibi ewo Rio de Janeiro. Sani ebono. Sa kru no. Brazil ho. Okotena ho okochro bibi kakra ewo ho. Your friend no H.A. Nuyama. And he also collected and put together a nneɛma ahodoɔ about the murder in the palace at Chebi, an account of the Kibi ritual murder case. Now, oputini nyinaa together our 1985. Now, the research in the mono oko UK National Archives and na oko fa court case no
records
no the title to me be the trial for alleged murder of Odikro of Apedwa, a CO 96/783/2 1946 in Patroni. It has taken me 7 years to go deeper into some of these things. Papa na source ni nyina ni. The atosu bi ma okoye kofaye okohwehwe opening Richard Rathbone, a murder case in the colonial Gold Coast. Ono so chiro book bi 1993. Bonnie Ibhawa, Imperial Justice, Africans in Imperial Empire's Court. Sa document and so okotwi bibi fam. And a UK Spectator magazine 23rd March 1945. Also a publisher here right from the beginning. Kwenya posini na oye betwani no. Na police ni no nya betwani. Oye posini mapa. Ena yede ne kwoto ho se kona kwa investigate. Ti okoye no ye ne ho te se ono oye betwani obepa abetwa. To twa be no de banso a nsefo no kakra no de bakrum ho a moma ye mmoro. Nti mo bro no na mo kasa. Na ono nso ochigu ni tirim. Ochigu ni tirim. Te se de yem papa boss no. Ena ohu nipa wokwatfa ohene ne bae. Won a woku no won ode ne kwoto nsuo ne gya. Enipa akosie funu no ene ade na police ni tro din ni na bae.